Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. I hope everybody is doing well out there in the world. It has been a week since I've done a full-on live stream from our headquarters here in northern Wisconsin. I've been doing a lot of on the road live streams this week. So, anyways, I hope everybody did have a good week. I'm going to keep this just extraordinarily brief, guys. We need everyone doing our daily actions. If you have student loans, and like most of our members, I can tell, are running around like chickens with their head cut off. They're flailing around, banging their head against a wall, waiting on hold with Navient or Nelnet or whoever that it may be. You need to spend a little bit of that time, energy, and stress that you're wasting, in my humble opinion. You need to spend a little bit of that time fighting. This is a battle, ladies and gentlemen. And if we're not fighting it, then we're losing it. Trust me, I'm doing this for 19 years, guys. Nobody on the other side of the ledger is going to solve this problem for us. It will never happen. You'll be running around, flailing around forever. That's what the bad guys want. So let me just dial this in for you guys. Go to our website, studentloanjustice.org. Look at the top. You'll see the daily actions. Do the past week or two worth of daily actions. I keep the website updated frequently. I'm going to re-update it here after this live stream or maybe this weekend. You can look up or down on our Facebook group, SLJ group on Facebook. You can see today's daily action this whole week. Very important, guys. This is your battle. And this is a working, fighting group. So if you're in this group, we expect that the minimum you will do if you are in this group is do our daily actions. And remember, guys, the most important policy point I'll tell you, unless and until we have the leverage of bankruptcy rights back returned to us, the bad guys are going to do whatever they want. And by the bad guys, I mean the Department of Education, I mean the colleges, I mean the lenders, I mean a whole nasty rat's nest network of bad people in Washington, D.C. Not all of them bad. Some of them are actually well-intentioned, but it doesn't matter. Those people are not going to solve this problem for us. They're going to perpetuate this problem forever until we have a little bit of power in this equation. And the thing that will get us power, besides not paying, which is a very dicey proposition, as all of you know, most people aren't paying, by the way. In my humble opinion, nobody should pay, but I know everybody's got their own issues. But aside from simply not paying, which is happening, the actual real power that we must have, that every other borrower for every other type of loan has, is the power of bankruptcy. Nobody wants to file for bankruptcy. It's not sexy. I get that. Believe me, guys, we've been looking at this issue for a long time. And I can tell you that as unsexy as bankruptcy is, as unpleasant as it is, we've got to have that right on our side. Until and unless we have that right on our side, they're going to screw us forever. Case in point, this week, the Biden administration I like to say they're throwing nickels around, nickels like manhole covers. So this week, the Biden administration is touting its $5 billion loan cancellation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put this in perspective. In a month, the Department of Education makes $10 billion in interest on the federal student loan program. And let me just show you here's the biggest picture. I'm going to share my screen and take you to Twitter. We just posted this today. Hopefully you can see it. So in the first 3 years of the Biden administration, we've seen $131 billion in loan cancellation. That sounds like a lot. And by the way, Biden didn't do that. He claims credit for it, but these are loans that by and large, should have been canceled years or even decades ago through one of any number of income-driven repayment plans that have been around since the mid-90s. So finally, only now are they finally getting around to canceling a few of those loans. And here's the big picture, guys. In 3 years, $130 billion is very little compared to how much the loan portfolio grows in 3 years. In 3 years, the loan portfolio grows by $609 billion. So Joe Biden or the Department of Education, people in Washington, D.C., They can cancel loans like they have been over the past 3 years forever. And the lending portfolio, the federal student loan portfolio, will still grow by $1.6 trillion. I'm not sure if you were able to see that graphic, but here it is. So 131 billion sounds like a lot until you actually take a step back and see, oh, it's actually nothing compared to how quickly the portfolio is growing. And remember also, guys, this $609 billion in growth, that doesn't include capitalized interest. So next year, it's not going to be $108 billion a year. It's going to be quite a lot more than that, maybe 115 or 20. So over 10 years, we're talking about actually growth of actually far more than 1.6, actually $1.7 trillion. So just don't believe the nonsense, guys. 95% of the media right now is nonsense. It's propaganda. Also, and I'm going to end with this final point, don't believe the nonsense that you see about it all of a sudden being easier to discharge your student loans in bankruptcy. That's a blatant lie. Since this new bankruptcy process was rolled out over a year ago, as the best information that I have is that less than 45 people have gotten discharges, even partial discharges on their student loans. So all these bankruptcy attorneys with dollar signs in their eyes that are running around saying, "Oh, it's easy to discharge your loans now. Easy to discharge your loans." Full of shit. Even the government, the Department of Justice press release saying that virtually all bankruptcy filers were getting discharges on their student loans. Complete lie. Absolute, massively misleading. In fact, it really is. It's not a lie if you read the press release because of the fine print. But if you read the fine print, you see that they say virtually all of the people for whom a judgment or an order was entered, virtually all of those guys got discharged. Yeah, that's less than 45 people, dudes, for as best as I can tell. And that's out of 632 people that tried. So even if even if it was completely true and 632 people out of 632 people, even if they all got discharges, they didn't, even if they did, that would still be like a tiny fraction of 1% of the 200,000 people with student loans who file for bankruptcy every year. So please, guys, we know the truth on this group right here. We know the truth. We know the actual battle as it actually needs to be fought. And here's a hint. We're full on for student loan cancellation. Make no mistake. We started that whole conversation. But we ain't going to get meaningful student loan cancellation unless and until we get bankruptcy back. And blithely calling for cancellation over and over and over again is not going to achieve squat, except for getting a whole bunch of feeble-minded people rallied against us. Got to fight for bankruptcy, guys. And we got to fight this fight the smart way. This group is ground zero in that fight. If the other groups are full of shit, sorry about that. I've seen the other groups in operation. Some of them are just blatantly corrupted. Others, don't get me started. The other groups are full of shit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, pardon my French. We have some very big things coming up. I will end this live stream right now. Just last point. We're going to have some very, very interesting, compelling national interviews coming up. So on Monday will be one. I'm not sure when that will air. There will be a national interview happening later on in the month. Do our daily actions, and most specifically, our most recent daily actions. Get in contact with your local NPR radio station. NPR National, I'm sorry to say, sucks. It's the propaganda that I said earlier. Local NPR stations, local NPR affiliates are much better. We've had very good luck with them. So please call yours and tell them to have us on. Other than that, I will have some quite big news to announce at some point in the quite near future, probably January 1st. Put a pin in that one. And with that, I will just wish you all a very happy weekend, TGIF, as they say. I'll be back probably on Sunday or as appropriate Keep fighting, guys. We're going to need you. And don't forget, this is a working fighting group. And either you're fighting it or we're losing it. And knocking your head against the wall is not fighting the battle. Fighting the battle starts with doing our daily actions. I won't repeat myself. I'll see you guys soon. Hang in there. Keep fighting. Good luck. Godspeed. Doing our daily actions. Please donate if you would. Just please donate. I'm going to ring that in. I'm going to dial that in right now. Hold on. We need to raise $200 this weekend still, or 180 or something. Please donate if you would. See you soon. Good luck. Godspeed. God bless everyone.